And now one congressman is calling for the special counsel tasked with investigating Robert Mueller to step aside. That Congressman Andy Biggs joins me now. Congressman, nice to see you this morning. So Robert Mueller in charge of this investigation, and you are in the minority, my friend. You are calling for him to step aside, to recuse himself. Republicans and Democrats have come to his defense over the past weeks since he's been announced and appointed. How does it feel to be in the minority on this?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter if the majority's with you or not. If you're right, you're right. And in this instance, I feel pretty comfortable making the statement.
Well, how are you right? In what way is he compromised here?
Well, first of all, the special counsel is supposed to be independent. It's supposed to be a position that comes in with a very objective point of view to look at something. Usually where there's real evidence. But what we found out is that the very appointment of a special counsel was manipulated by former Director Comey, who was specifically trying to get a special counsel appointed. And lo and behold, we don't find that out until Mr. Mueller is appointed. And we know that Mr. Mueller was meeting with the president the day before he was appointed. And those appointments don't take place in a vacuum. I mean, this thing had been going on. So the manipulation had been taking place, and yet it was supposed to be an objective event, not some kind of manipulated, subjective, biased investigation.
You think that Mueller would be biased?
Well, I mean, he's indicated that by the very fact that who he's hired on, everyone is a Democrat supporter, and that is coloring, at least at very minimum, that's coloring the investigation. We've also moved off of the original topic, which was the Russian issue, and now we're talking about obstruction of justice, and we're just going to keep expanding the scope, looking for something. These are problems with the special counsel.
The argument is that he's had an unimpeachable career and that he's served both Democrats and Republicans. He's the longest former head of the FBI since J. Edgar Hoover. What do you say to that argument? Doesn't matter what side of the aisle, he's served both equally.
Well, yeah, that's a great argument until we start looking into it. You know, he did serve 12 years, and he got an extension by President Obama. But what we're seeing here is the whole process was colored. The whole process in and of itself is problematic. And then who is he? We look now, who is he hired to come in? And they certainly seem to have some kind of motivation.
Do you think you'll get a replacement?
Well, yeah. I mean, if he were to recuse himself, certainly the replacement would be found. I'm certain of that.
All right, Congressman Andy Biggs, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Clayton. Appreciate it.
All right, coming up here on